If you're a runner who's been dealing with proximal hamstring tendinopathy and you just can't shake that pain in your ass, watch this video and I'm going to tell you how exactly to fix that. So my name's Hugh Darnell, I'm an exercise physiologist and I helped Ellie Salthouse go from in pain with a proximal hamstring tendinopathy, getting a reattachment surgery and considering retiring the sport all the way through to the most 70.3 wins of any pro female athlete of all time. That was 6 years ago, we're still going strong today. So the first thing we need to understand is this relationship between our ribs and our pelvic girdle. Because if when we're moving around in space, these are moving, unwanted movement going everywhere, we call it the stack. So if we can keep this position relatively consistent and we have good awareness around it, as opposed to breaking into what we call a scissored position. So if my ribs lift up, or my pelvic girdle drops down. Think things like anterior pelvic tilt or rib flare. What I'm going to turn into is a slightly more scissored position. You might be thinking, why is this even important? Let me grab the red pen to show you why. The sit bone is where your hamstring originates from. And when I drop my pelvic girdle forward, my hips start to come back this way, which takes my sit bone further up here. So then when I take my leg through on a swing during a run, it's much more likely to get compressive load, which tendons hate. Tendons, it's in the name, they love tensile load, and that's the way they're designed. But when we compress a tendon, like when we sit, or when we got our leg out in front of the body on a run stride, hit the ground with an overly anteriorly tilted pelvis, or we get a loss of hip control during the run stride. I'll take us over here so you can see it even better. But as you can see here, this is the pelvis. We come up. This is us from side on. We can see the top of your femur coming up here, the sit bone. This is your hamstring. So it originates from the sit bone, comes down to the back of the leg. As I said before, if this comes up this way, we're going to take the sit bone further here. And then when we bring the leg through on a swing, like we would if we were running, we're going to put this on stretch, and if this is going this way and this is going this way, we're more likely to add compressive load around that tendon as we hit the ground, especially if we lose hip control.